Welcome to the 2022 NAIA Women's Basketball Championship Bracket Reveal. I'm Brad Seigan, Director of Athletics Communications, and we are here live at the NAIA National Office in downtown Kansas City. In just a few moments, we will reveal all the qualifiers for the 41st Annual NAIA Women's Basketball National Championship, set to begin on March 11 at opening round sites throughout the nation. The winners of each opening round pod will descend to Sioux City, Iowa, beginning on March 17th at the Tyson Events Center. 64 teams will begin their journey to Sioux City, where we will crown the winner on March 22nd. The march to the NAIA national title begins now. There are two primary ways that a team can qualify for the national championship field: by receiving either an automatic bid or an at-large bid into the tournament. The number of teams in each league determines the number of automatic bids in each conference. Leagues with 10 or more schools receive 2 automatic berths, while conferences with less than 10 institutions receive 1. If a conference has more than 15 schools, they receive 3 automatic berths. Automatic bids are determined by each conference and can include conference regular season champions, regular season runners-up, tournament champions, or tournament runners-up depending on the league. The remaining at-large berths are selected by the NAIA Women's Basketball National Selection Committee, made up of coaches and administrators from around the nation. Now, let's take a look at the opening round matchups. Let's get started in the Naismith Quadrant with the opening round games played in Lakeland, Florida, hosted by Southeastern University. The number 1 seed will be the Fire of Southeastern. The Fire earned their berth as the Sun Conference Tournament champions with an overall record of 29-1. They will face the number 16 seeded Golden Nuggets of Xavier. The Golden Nuggets grabbed an automatic berth as the highest rated team in the final ARC rating for the Red River. The number 8 seed in the Naismith Quadrant are the Patriots of the University of the Cumberlands. The Patriots earned an at-large berth out of the Mid-South with an overall record of 20-12. They will match up against the number 9 seeded Bearcats of Rust. The Bearcats were the tournament champions of the Gulf Coast with an overall record of 25-3. The next matchups will take place in Omaha, Nebraska, hosted by the Omaha Sports Commission. The number 5 seed will be the Cougars of St. Xavier. The Cougars were the regular season champions in the Chicagoland with an overall record of 25-6. They will face the number 12 seeded Wildcats of Bethel. The Wildcats also earned an at-large berth with an overall record of 19-13. The number 4 seed in the Naismith Quadrant are the Tigers of Dakota Wesleyan. The Tigers were the champions of the GPAC tournament with an overall record of 26-7. They will match up against the number 13 seeded Cougars of University of St. Francis. The Cougars earned an at-large berth out of the Crossroads League with an overall record of 17-9. The next matchups in the Naismith Quadrant will be played in New Orleans, Louisiana, hosted by Loyola. The number 6 seed will be the Wolfpack of Loyola. The Wolfpack were the champions of the Southern States tournament with an overall record of 22-5. They will face the number 11 seeded Oaks of Menlo. The Oaks earned an at-large berth out of the Golden State Athletic Conference. The number 3 seed in the Naismith Quadrant are the Fighting Saints of Carroll. The Fighting Saints earned an at-large berth out of the Frontier Conference with an overall record of 25-7. They will face the number 14 seed, the Blue Raiders of Lindsey Wilson. The Blue Raiders snagged an at-large berth out of the Mid-South Conference. The next matchups will take place in Sioux City, Iowa, hosted by Morningside. The number 7 seed will be the Rams of Texas Wesleyan. The Rams were the runners-up in the Sooner tournament with an overall record of 25-6. They will match up against the number 10 seeded Fighting Saints of St. Francis. The Fighting Saints were the tournament champions of the Chicagoland with an overall record of 26-6. The number 2 seed in the Naismith Quadrant are the Mustangs of Morningside. The Mustangs were the regular season champions of the GPAC with an overall record of 27-5. They will face the number 15 seed, the Tigers of Iowa Wesleyan. The Tigers were the champions of the Continental Athletic Conference tournament with an overall record of 19-5. Let's now move to the Kramer Quadrant with opening round games played in Bowling Green, Kentucky, hosted by the Mid-South Conference and Campbellsville. The number 1 seed will be the Tigers of Campbellsville. The Tigers were the champions of the Mid-South tournament with an overall record of 29-4. They will face the number 16 seeded Warriors of Rochester. The Warriors were the runners-up in the Wolverine Hoosier tournament with an overall record of 23-9. The number 8 seed in the Kramer Quadrant are the Ravens of Benedictine. The Ravens earned an at-large berth out of the Heart of America with an overall record of 21-10. They will face the number 9 seed, the Bulldogs of Concordia. The Bulldogs earned an at-large berth out of the Great Plains Athletic Conference. The next matchups will take place in Park City, Kansas, hosted by the KCAC. The number 5 seed in the Kramer Quadrant are the Defenders of Dort. The Defenders earned an at-large berth out of the GPAC with an overall record of 24-8. They will match up against the number 12-seeded Red Wolves of IU East. The Red Wolves earned an at-large berth out of the River States with an overall record of 25-7. The number 4 seed in Park City will be the Warriors of Sterling. The Warriors were both the regular season and tournament champions of the KCAC with an overall record of 31-2. They will face the number 13 seed, the Mountaineers of Eastern Oregon. The Mountaineers grabbed an at-large berth out of the Cascade with an overall record of 22-10. The next matchups in the Kramer Quadrant will be played in Marion, Indiana, hosted by Indiana Wesleyan. The number 6 seed will be the Red Raiders of Northwestern. The Red Raiders snagged an at-large berth out of the GPAC with an overall record of 24-8. They will face the number 11 seed, the Eagles of Midway. The Eagles earned their spot as the number 2 seed in the River States tournament with an overall record of 25-7. The number 3 seed in the Kramer Quadrant are the Wildcats of Indiana Wesleyan. The Wildcats were the champions of the Crossroads League tournament with an overall record of 28-4. They will face the number 14 seed, the Titans of IU South Bend. The Titans earn an automatic berth as the Chicagoland third-place team. The next matchups will take place in Newhall, California, hosted by the Masters. The number 7 seed will be the Tigers of Georgetown. The Tigers earned an at-large berth out of the Mid-South with an overall record of 22-11. They will match up against the number 10-seeded Raiders of Southern Oregon. The Raiders were the champions of the Cascade tournament with an overall record of 28-5. The number 2 seed in the Kramer Quadrant are the Mustangs of the Masters. The Mustangs were the tournament champions of the GSAC with an overall record of 29-3. They will face the number 15 seed, the Bobcats of UC Merced. The Bobcats were the tournament champions of the CalPAC with an overall record of 18-7. Let's take a short break, and when we come back, we'll reveal the right side of the bracket right after this.
You know, it's easy to get caught up in emotions around, oh, I feel good, or I feel like I'm getting better, or I feel like I'm getting worse. But having data, big data over a long stretch of time allows you to actually see your work come into fruition in the form of progress. It just allows you to create a better perspective over your progression. To ignore it entirely is doing yourself a disservice because it's a resource that's available to you.
First time I picked up a Spalding TF ball, I knew it was built different. You know that feeling from that first moment on, it never leaves your hand. It raises you, lifts you to new heights, got you doing things like that. And once you're hooked, ain't nothing gonna stop that. It teaches you to be a student first, to lay it all out, just to do it again.
And again.
From the moment you pick up a TF ball, it's always there for you. Now do something with it.
Welcome back. Moving now to the Dewar Quadrant with opening round games played in Crestview Hills, Kentucky, hosted by Thomas More. The number 1 seed will be the Saints of Thomas More. The Saints were the regular season champions of the Mid-South with an overall record of 26-4. They will face the number 16 seeded Indians of Haskell. The Indians earn an automatic berth as the tournament runners-up in the Continental Athletic Conference. The number 8 seed in the Dewar Quadrant are the Scots of Lyon. The Scots were the regular season champions in the AMC with an overall record of 27-5. The number 9 seed are the Vikings of Grandview. The Vikings earned an automatic berth as the regular season runners-up in the Heart with an overall record of 24-7. The next matchups will take place in Dayton, Tennessee, hosted by Bryan. The number 5 seed will be the Warriors of Indiana Tech. The Warriors were both the regular season and tournament champions of the Wolverine Hoosier with an overall record of 30-2. They will match up against the number 12 seeded Bears of Pikeville. U-Pike earned an at-large berth out of the Mid-South Conference. The number 4 seed in the Dewar Quadrant are the Lions of Bryan. The Lions were the regular season champions of the Appalachian with an overall record of 30-1. They will face the number 13 seed, the Warriors of Weber International. The Warriors snagged an at-large berth out of the Sun Conference with an overall record of 21-7. The next matchups in the Dewar Quadrant will be played in Plainview, Texas, hosted by Wayland Baptist. The number 6 seed will be the Warriors of Lewis Clark State. The Warriors were the regular season champions in the Cascade with an overall record of 27-4. They will face the number 11 seeded Pioneers of Mid-America Nazarene. The Pioneers earned an at-large berth out of the Heart of America Athletic Conference. The number 3 seed in the Dewar Quadrant are the Flying Queens of Wayland Baptist. The Flying Queens were both the regular season and tournament champion of the Sooner with an overall record of 31-3. They will face the number 14 seed, the Saints of Our Lady of the Lake. The Saints were the tournament champion of the Red River with an overall record of 20-10. The next matchups will take place in Billings, Montana, hosted by Rocky Mountain. The number 7 seed will be the Royals of Hope International. The Royals grabbed an at-large berth out of the GSAC with an overall record of 26-5. They will match up against the number 10 seeded Trojans of Dakota State. The Trojans were the champions of the North Star Tournament with an overall record of 26-7. The number 2 seed in the Dewar Quadrant are the Battling Bears of Rocky Mountain. The Battling Bears were the champions of the Frontier Tournament with an overall record of 26-4. They will face the number 15 seed, the Eagles of Reinhardt. The Eagles were the tournament champions of the Appalachian with an overall record of 20-13. Just 16 teams remain as we move to the Liston Quadrant with opening round games played in Santa Barbara, California, hosted by Westmont. The number 1 seed will be the Warriors of Westmont. The Warriors were the regular season champions of the GSAC with an overall record of 25-4. They will face the number 16 seeded Warriors of Westcliff. The Warriors were the tournament runners-up in the CalPAC. The number 8 seed in the Liston Quadrant is the University of Science and Arts of Oklahoma. The Drovers earned an at-large berth with an overall record of 22-9. They will face the number 9 seed, the Bulldogs of Montana Western. The Bulldogs grabbed an at-large berth out of the Frontier Conference. The next matchups will take place in Alexandria, Louisiana, hosted by LSU Alexandria. The number 5 seed will be the Argos of Providence. The Argos grabbed an at-large berth out of the Frontier Conference with an overall record of 25-6. They will match up against the number 12 seeded Tornadoes of Talladega. Dega snagged an at-large berth out of the Southern States with an overall record of 19-11. The number 4 seed in the Liston Quadrant are the Eagles of Central Methodist. The Eagles grabbed an at-large berth out of the Heart of America with an overall record of 27-5. They will face the number 13 seed, the Lions of Freed Hardeman. The Lions grabbed an at-large berth out of the Mid-South with an overall record of 20-12. The next matchups in the Liston Quadrant will be played in Wichita, Kansas, hosted by Visit Wichita and the KCAC. The number 6 seed will be the Evangels of Mid-America Christian. The Evangels snagged an at-large berth out of the Sooner with an overall record of 27-4. They will face the number 11 seeded Chargers of Briarcliff. The Chargers earned an at-large berth in 2022 out of the GPAC. The number 3 seed in the Liston Quadrant are the Pride of Clark. The Pride were both the regular season and tournament champions of the Heart of America with an overall record of 29-4. They will face the number 14 seed, the Blue Jays of Tabor. The The Blue Jays earned an automatic berth out of the KCAC as the number 2 seed in the conference tournament. The next matchups will take place in Indianapolis, Indiana, hosted by Marion. The number 7 seed will be the Red Storm of Rio Grande. The Red Storm were the tournament champions of the River States with an overall record of 31-2. They will face the number 10 seed, the Cougars of Columbia. The Cougars were the tournament champions of the AMC with an overall record of 26-6. The number 2 seed in the listed quadrant are the Knights of Marion. The Knights were the regular season champions of the Crossroads League with an overall record of 27-4. They will face the number 15 seed, the Tigers of Olivet Nazarene. The Tigers snagged an at-large berth out of the Chicagoland with an overall record of 20-11. Let's take one more look at the championship field. The 41st Annual NAIA Women's Basketball National Championship gets started on March 11 at opening round sites throughout the nation, culminating in the NAIA Women's Basketball National Championship final site in Sioux City, Iowa on March 17. Catch all the action on the NAIA Network and the championship on ESPN3. Thanks for watching, and good luck to all of our qualifiers.